And just like that, Lattafa has released their brand new Asad Elixir. I think everybody is familiar with the original Asad by now, how it's become such a huge viral classic. Who doesn't know Asad? It's basically the brand's take on Sauvage Elixir by Dior. And that fragrance has a lot of lavender. There's also nutmeg, there's cardamom, there's some other spices in there. And so it's a very spicy fragrance. Some might even say aggressively spicy. And I'm going to be honest with you, in the opening of that fragrance, there's definitely something very rough, very aggressive, almost a bit harsh, funky, and musky. And I always preferred Asad over Sauvage Elixir. One, because of the affordability, that's an absolute no-brainer, but also because it takes away that harshness that you get from the original Sauvage Elixir. And so with the regular Asad, you have this smooth, lavendery, slightly ambery, woodsy, spicy take, but now we have Asad Elixir or Asad Elixir. I realize that you put the emphasis on the first syllable, so it's trochaic as opposed to iambic. Asad Elixir. This fragrance takes the original Asad DNA and then it also hybridizes it with the DNA of Boss Bottled Absolute. So interestingly enough, Boss Bottled Absolute has incense, there's myrrh, there's patchouli, there's some woods. So it's this dark, woodsy, incensey type of a fragrance. And you imagine taking that DNA and darkening it up a considerable amount. That's what you're going to get from this fragrance. So the original Asad, very gentlemanly, you can wear it to the office, very professional smelling, does convey elegance, but this one takes that same sophistication and elegance, but it also adds this tone of mysteriousness to it as well. So it's not as bright, it's not as effervescent as the original Asad. This one is actually considerably darker, which I really, really love and I appreciate about this one. I think this is going to be a staple for a lot of gentlemen in the fall and winter, just because the longevity is there. So I acquired this a few days ago. I'm still here in France, in Cannes actually, and I attended TFWA, which is the duty-free exhibition. A lot of perfume brands were there, you know, sunglass brands, you know, liquor brands, so on and so forth. So there was a pretty wide representation of different brands, pretty much whatever you would find in a duty-free shop. And of course, fragrances were there. There were so many brands there, everything from Armaf to Etat Libre d'Orange. But of course, we also had Latafa. Latafa had so many brand new drops. I just did a video on this that I published recently. I don't know when I'm going to publish this video, but Yara Elixir. Pink bottle with the rose gold hardware, absolutely beautiful. Takes that Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense DNA. Also has like the strawberry s'mores accord in the opening. It's bright, it's a little gourmand, has that familiar lactonic floral presence that the original Yara has, but we also have this one. We have Musamman Black Intense, which is this lactonic sandalwood type of a scent. We also have Layan, which is this beautiful ethereal feminine rose perfume. And I actually did a video on the top 5 unreleased Lattafa perfumes ranked. And then there's another one that I'm like beyond excited to talk about. It's actually my scent of the day today. Nevertheless, Asad Elixir is a phenomenal dark, spicy, slightly ambery, incensey, a hint of patchouli, woods, and lavender type of a scent, borrowing the DNA from the original Asad, but also including a nice bit of amber, woods, patchouli, and incense. Now, it's interesting because, you know, Boss puts out so many incredible fragrances. The original Boss Bottled, which a lot of people said is this bright apple type of a scent, apple cinnamon. It was made by Annick Menardo. It's an amazing scent. And then recently they released Boss Bottled Beyond. And then that fragrance has this ginger and leather combination, huge compliment getter. I've actually been wearing it a lot, especially when I've been traveling. I wore it to Chicago. I traveled with it to some other locations as well. Took it down to Atlantic City for a couple nights. It's a beautiful fragrance. I love it. I get so many compliments with it. However, if you were to ask a lot of gentlemen nowadays in the year 2025 and you said to them, look, what is your favorite Boss scent? A lot of people default on Boss Bottled Beyond, or Absolute, excuse me, Boss Bottled Absolute. they love that fragrance. And so taking that DNA, hybridizing it with the original Asad is awesome. This fragrance will get you in the vein of 8 hours longevity. Projection on this one was a little beyond an arm's length for the first hour and a half of application. This is phenomenal for the fall and winter. You can dress this one up because it conveys sophistication and mysteriousness, but it's also gonna be affordable enough that you can wear it dressed down. This is gonna be a fantastic cold weather fragrance, and it launches about a month and a half from now. So, you know, if you're patient enough, you'll eventually be able to get your nose on Asad Elixir by Latafa, which I think is going to be a phenomenal addition to the lineup. Of course, if you want fresh offerings from the brand, you're not going to wear Asad or Asad Elixir. You're going to wear Sharif, which is the brand's take on Parfum de Marly Greenleaf, this very tart, bright, citrusy green apple note up on top, very energizing hook. And then you also have fragrances like Zanzibar, which is a little creamier, but then you also have a lot of other citrus-based offerings, one of which I actually smelled today, the name of which eludes me. It came out like 7-8 months ago, but it's very under the radar. Or even Dynasty. Dynasty has this beautiful CO2 ginger note in it. It also has a lot of rooibos tea. It's a very tranquil, serene, yet bright and citrusy fragrance with a little bit of zing. So, you know, the Lattafa brand has a wide variety of different olfactive profiles, catering to many different scent sensibilities. So this is beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Really, really means a lot to me. And also, I'm going to be launching my own fragrance. By the time I publish this video, I may have already launched it. I'm going to drop it, first link down below in the description box. Check it out if you can. Thank you so much. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. If you took anything of value from today's episode, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.